Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. Welcome back to my channel and my name is Siri. So today in the video we are going to talk about one of the interesting topics as always, and this is a topic that I have received so many times on my comments, so I have decided to make a video on it. And the topic that we are going to talk about in today's video is how to start reading to improve our fluency in English is the topic that we are going to talk about in today's video. So I am going to suggest you a set of steps or a set of tips you can say to follow while you are reading to improve your fluency in English, because these are the tips that helped me to improve my fluency and pronunciation while reading. Okay, so whatever I'm going to tell you guys in today's video is completely based on my personal experience. In the couple of years of reading, whatever I have learned or whatever I've known, that is what I am going to tell you guys in today's video. I just hope that this video is going to be helpful. So without any further ado, let's just dive into the topic. And the first tip that I would like to tell you is that allot some sincere amount of time towards reading. See, every single day we are doing so many things, we are busy doing so many things. I know everybody of us have so many things to do in our life every single day. But I would just say, if you want to start with this journey of reading, make some special time for reading every day. Set some special time for only reading. Now, I'll tell you the advantage of doing this. When you set some special amount of time towards reading, that is going to help you a lot, because your mind is going to be habituated to that time. Okay, if that time at that time I'm going to read the book, that is how your mind is going to habituate to that. Because in the initial days of adapting to any kind of habit, it is very much obvious that we are going to be distracted by anything else, because in the initial days the habit is not going to be interesting. We have many possibilities to get distracted by anything else around us. So if we set a specific or special time for reading, your mind is going to be habituated to read at that time itself in a day. Okay, and by allotting some sincere amount of time towards reading, you're ensuring that you're reading every single day. You're not missing out on reading every single day, because you're allotting that time towards only reading. You're not doing anything else in that particular time. So this step is going to help you in that way. All right, and the next step that I would like to tell you guys is to pick simple books right in the beginning. If you are someone who never ever read a book before, I'm not talking about your syllabus or your subjects or your school, college books. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about general books. If you are someone who never ever read a book, if you want to start your journey towards reading to improve your fluency, or to just start with this habit of reading, I would just say start with simple books. Okay, because in the initial days of adapting to new habits, we are going to be distracted, right? Because it is not going to be interesting. And if you pick some complicated books right in the beginning, you are just going to lose that interest of reading. But if you pick simple and easy books, that is going to make you comfortable to adapt to that habit further. You have to continue with that habit further, right? You don't want to just leave that habit in between. So you must pick simple and easy books right in the beginning to be comfortable with that habit of reading. And once you're comfortable with simple books, once you feel like, yes, I am very much comfortable reading simple books and easy books, then try to shift your focus from simple books to intermediate level books, and then to advanced books, because we need to make it interesting right in the beginning, or else we'll be distracted and we are just going to leave this habit in between. I don't want that to happen in your case. So try to pick simple books right in the beginning, all right? Because that is going to help you. And the third tip that I would like to tell you is to read out loud. I know you have heard it so many times that reading out loud is going to help you a lot, because let me just tell you the advantages of reading out loud. When you read out loud, the first thing is that you are going to concentrate on what you're reading. When you read in your mind, usually what happens is that, of course, we are looking at the book, we are looking at the sentence, but we are just looking at it. We are not actually concentrating on it. Our mind is thinking something else. This happens with beginners usually. If we read out loud, we are going to concentrate on what we are reading. We are not only going to concentrate on the content that we are reading, we are also going to concentrate on the pronunciation while we are reading. So reading out loud is going to help you in that way. When you read out loud, no distractions around you. You're not going to be distracted by anything else because your eyes are looking into the book, your ears are listening to your voice, and your mouth is practicing the pronunciation. So you are engaged in everything. So there is no chance of getting distracted by anything at that point of time. So reading out loud is going to help you in this way. Now, when I say read out loud, people could be thinking that she said to read out loud, so I can just read it fast and I can just get done with it. No. When you read out loud, make sure that you're reading slowly, because reading slowly is going to ensure that you are going to pronounce every single word properly. You know the importance of pronunciation when it comes to English, right? Pronunciation plays a very important role in English. So when you are reading out loud, make sure that you are reading slowly and pronouncing every single word properly. So in that way, you are giving yourself maximum amount of pronunciation practice. Pronunciation is also something that you need to practice. It cannot come to you automatically, right? And I have improved my pronunciation by reading out loud. I always prefer to read out loud because I do not consider myself as a person who has read a lot of books. It's been only a couple of years since I've started reading. Okay, I still do read out loud. I prefer to read out loud because I'm also in the learning stage. I am also in the process of adapting this habit. And of course, I love reading books now. It was difficult in the initial days, but now I love reading books. So coming back to the topic, reading out loud. So in this video, what I have decided is that I am just going to read out a small paragraph right in front of you so that it can be helpful. I'm just going to read out loud as how I read when I'm reading when I'm alone. I'm just going to read that paragraph right in front of you so that it can be helpful. I don't know if this is really going to be helpful, but I just hope that this is going to help at least one person out there. Okay, so starting with the paragraph, let me just start with the paragraph. I'm just going to read that small paragraph in my own style because I'm comfortable with my own style. Okay, so let's get started. Our values don't come to us in our sleep. We don't think them through consciously. Rarely we do even put them into words, but they exist nonetheless. Everyone is born into a certain set of circumstances, and our values are defined by what we experience. We were born into hardship or luxury. Where did we receive praise? Parents and caregivers are often our loudest fans and critics. This is a paragraph that I have read right in front of you, and this is how I prefer to read. Now, you might like it or you might not like it, but this is how I prefer to read. I read slowly when it comes to reading out loud. I do not rush. I do not go fast when it comes to reading because I would love to give my mouth maximum amount of pronunciation practice because I know the kind of importance pronunciation has when it comes to English fluency. Right? So reading out loud is going to help you, and reading slowly is also going to help you because you are going to concentrate a lot on the content that you are reading. So this is also one of the important topics that you need to remember. And the next point that I would like to tell you is that discipline and system is very important. Being systematic and disciplined is very much important when it comes to adapting yourself into a new habit. Adapting yourself to a new habit is going to take a lot of time, and it is also very much easy to get distracted, right? So if you are disciplined and if you are systematic when it comes to adapting new habit, nothing can let you leave that habit. You would like to continue with that habit if you are disciplined and systematic. I am very systematic when it comes to reading. I make sure that I read every single day, because if I miss out on reading at least for more than 2 days, it is going to be very difficult for me to get back to that habit of reading. So even if I miss one day, the next day I'm just going to get back to it, because missing twice is going to make it difficult to get back to that habit. If you miss twice, you're going to miss the third time. If you miss the third time, you're going to miss the next time, and that's how you are going to leave that useful habit. So be systematic when it comes to reading. Systematic, even if you are reading just 10 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, 40 minutes a day, how many minutes a day, be systematic in whatever you have decided for yourself. You want to read only 1 page a day, you want to read only 10 minutes a day, or how much ever time you want to, just systematic in whatever you have promised for yourself. Missing once is kind of okay, but missing twice is not at all okay. And you know what, this is also something that I have read in a book. Missing twice is not okay, and that's true. I agree with it. Okay, so be systematic and disciplined. And talking about myself, I love reading self-help books. Now in your case, it could be different. You might like reading self-help books, you might not like reading self-help books. You need to figure that out for yourself. Okay, I figured that out for myself after reading a few books from different genres. I read fiction books, I read biographies, I read autobiographies, I read self-help books. Now in these 4 genres, I found self-help books very interesting. I kind of enjoyed when I read self-help books, because I get to learn a lot from self-help books. This is how I am. That is going to differ from person to person. You might like something else. So I would just say, when you are in the initial stages of adapting to this habit of reading, try your hands on every book. Find out which book is going to suit you, because you would know, your instinct would know that which book you are going to fall in love with, which genre you are going to fall in love with. You would know that. So you need to figure that out for yourself. And one of my favorite books, I mentioned in one of my previous videos as well, Do Epic Shit by Ankur Warikoo sir. I love that book so much because it's so simple and easy to understand. Even now, I just randomly open few pages and I try to read it, because I just feel like reading it a lot of times. And the sentences written in that book, I love them. They're just so basic and easy to understand, and they're just going to reach your heart straight. I love to read that book again and again. A few of you have asked me to suggest few books. I would just say, if you haven't read this book called Do Epic Shit by Ankur Warikoo sir, I would highly recommend all of you to read this book, because this is so interesting. I personally loved it. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I liked it so much. So systematic discipline is very important when it comes to reading, and you need to find that out for yourself, which genre you would like to read. And there are people who read different genres of books, different books from different genres. They just don't want to stick with only one single genre. They want to experiment with every genre. Of course you can do that too, but I am a kind of a person who likes to stick with only one thing. I mean, this is how I am. I really cannot do anything about it. Okay, I am a kind of a person who sticks with a routine, and I continue doing it. I continue doing the same thing again and again. That's how I am, but that differs. All right, so be systematic. And another important point I would like to tell you is that do not stress yourself too much. When we indulge into this habit of reading, we just stress ourselves too much. We just feel like reading every single book. Just hold on, cool, relax. It's all right. Select a nice book, simple and easy book to understand. Finish that book, and then go on to the next book. Then get your hands onto the next book. All right, so relax slowly, because reading slowly and being systematic, and when you are relaxed when it comes to reading, that is going to help you a lot to learn more from books, because books are going to teach you a lot. When you are systematic and relaxed, it is going to help you. Trust me. Do not stress yourself too much onto this habit. Of course, it is going to take time in the beginning, but if you give it some time, it is going to be all right. It is just that you just need to allot yourself some time to be comfortable with that new habit. Once you're comfortable with that habit, you just never ever want to get rid of that habit. You just feel like reading all throughout your life. You just feel like continuing with this habit of reading all throughout your life. But that happens when you are comfortable with that habit. If you want to be comfortable, you need to allot some time. You need to just give it some time. It is going to be all right. Okay, so give it some time. It is going to be all right. Do not stress your brain too much. It is all right. Okay, so that is it for the video, guys. I just hope that this video is going to help you. I addressed basic things in this video because I feel that in the process of learning anything, we just focus on advanced things, but sometimes we forget these basic things. But basic things are very important when it comes to anything in life, when it comes to any aspect in life. So I have addressed basic points in this video. I just hope that these steps are going to help you a lot. And if you liked this video, please give it a like, and please do let me know in the comment section how did you like the video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would say please consider subscribing. I will see you guys very soon. Till then, you take care of yourself and happy reading, guys. You are just going to do it. Just believe in yourself. You are going to do it, because a person who hates reading is now in love with reading. Now you also can do it. If I can do it, of course you can do it, right? So do it. Okay, I'll see you soon. Till then, you take care.